But yeah, getting to my point about ritual summoning and forbidden memories. It's just, it was so, the ritual cards were so hard to get. Look at his face. It's like, no, how could it be my mom?
How could it be my mom? Question mark?
It was like he's like completely. Yeah, all it does is just say, oh hey, you still gotta go fight those dudes, so have fun with that. So, oh, do I want to take him on now? Because I'm actually at a pretty big disadvantage. Ooh, no I'm not. No, I am not. I've got the perfect card for Bandit Keith. I have been waiting for this.
I've been waiting my life.
I've been waiting for this. So we're actually going to take Dark Magician and Zoe out, and I'm going to be putting in 2 cards of very similar deck costs. Let me do some sorting here. There we go. 2 Labyrinth Tanks. 2 shots of vodka. I still have pretty low deck costs, so he's about to get drilled hard because I was actually hoping to save this for the Labyrinth Duelist, but it's going to be equally as effective against Bandit Keith. I didn't actually held off on using them against Rex because they would have wrecked Rex. Because let's face it, I mean, because when we dueled Rex, he had Wasteland Terrain and Labyrinth blocking him off too. But so does Bandit Keith. But even in a more his bandana is the British flag instead of the American flag. So all of your abridged jokes that
I just noticed that.
You managed to beat a few minor duelists. We'll see how you fare against my machine deck. Machines that didn't exist in the 1300s and 1400s, of course.
Yeah.
Because they had slot machines back then, of course, and tanks. We knew what tanks were back then. We always kind of like, I guess you could say, meta gamed the idea that way back in the day when I first played, in like 2004, 2005, back in Florida at Books A Million. Like right at the very end of the original Yu-Gi-Oh era when GX was first coming out, there were some nerds we played down there with, and we swore up and down that the lore answer for, say, let's see, what can I make? I can't really make anything good right now. I should just get something out of my hand. Let's get Flame Swords over here in case we need them later. But we always kind of mutually agreed that, you know, all of the non-machine type monsters were based off of the ancient Egyptian monsters that they summoned in the Shadow games, and that machine monsters were just a product of Pegasus. So, which makes sense when you think about it. But now it's like, you know, I don't know what all the Yu-Gi-Oh continuities are now as far as you know, like 5Ds and Zexal, where those cards originated from. Because there's all like this. I'm watching 5Ds right now. And I can't even begin to tell you like what the continuity is with all this, like, it's like Celtic lore and the ancient dragons and, you know, ancient civilization that's not Egyptian, but somehow dual monsters are a thing. And, you know, it's like, it would make sense if the society just uses that as their you know, it's more than just a sport or a game in the context of 5Ds. That's fine. But if it still traces its origins back to Pegasus' original game, that makes sense. But it doesn't, because there's all the ancient dragon shit, and it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Let's see, I can run that over, but only do 500 damage to him.
Yeah, I don't know what that card is right
there. He'll probably continue to move it forward, even if
he probably will.
Even if I allow it to be unspellbound. So I may drag this out for a little bit and keep talking, because I'm on a roll. So I'll explain what Labyrinth Tank does when we actually draw it. I'm not going to bore you guys with utter exposition until it's relevant. I'll just keep talking about whatever I'm talking about. Yeah, and I'm really curious to see, and apparently, I need to see what that does. Oh, Patrol Robo. I almost said Helping Robo for combat, but that's a different monster. When this card is flip face up. Oh, okay, so we didn't have anything. Its effect has already been activated, so it can't be triggered now. Obviously, his Death Leader is slot machine, as I said before, which makes complete sense. I don't want to waste Shadow Spell on him. Let's move in Flame Swords the other way. I know it seems tedious, but whatever gets the job done. So, I really am. Yeah, that's a good point. No, well, yeah, he'll make it because he'll move 2 spaces right here, and he'll be right next to Flame Swordsman, so I can just go right into him.
Okay.
So, let's set that down in case we get. Yeah, and then Zexal I've not watched yet, and then, or Zeal, whatever you want to call it, and then, I've watched a clip from Arc 5 where, Jack Atlas duels one of the characters, and they have, like, speed dueling and D-wheels and stuff like that in Arc 5, and I'm like, so what is Arc 5's continuity to 5D's then? Like, I don't understand yet. I'll find out when I eventually watch the series. But from what I've... There he is. There's the guy right there. So, I'll find out whenever I watch it, because apparently it's not... I've been told it's not the same Jack Atlas as what we had in 5Ds. Like, it's an alternate timeline. So, that, what is it called? Was it a... No. Brave Scizar, that's a monster that doesn't really exist in the actual game. So Labyrinth Tank. Labyrinth Tank is a machine-type monster. It's a fusion in the actual TCG, but luckily it's not here, and we can just... actually, that would be nice if we could create it by fusing, but we can't. So Labyrinth Tank can move through Labyrinth Terrain, obviously that's his only ability, but the fact that he has 2900 on Wasteland Terrain also gives us a huge advantage against Bandit Keith, because he doesn't have Labyrinth Tank or any machines that can move through Labyrinth Terrain that I know of. But he does have... I'll talk a little bit about Bandit Keith now, because obviously that's the opponent we're facing. I can move 2 spaces to Labyrinth Terrain, it's so broken! Yeah, his deck leader can run and hide, but Labyrinth Tank is coming for him.
He's going for that booty.
He's going for that booty, he's going for that slot machine. I was thinking about not playing that down, but I did anyway. So, obviously he has a machine deck. He has a reasonably high deck cost. His most dangerous monsters are obviously a slot machine itself, because it can be equipped with 7 completed and powered up. And he also, his most powerful monster is Barrel Dragon, arguably, because not only does it have a very high base attack, but it also, when it's flipped up, it automatically destroys one random card in the field. And I've demonstrated Barrel Dragon in the duels against the other AI duels. I need to get some other stuff on the board here. Let's get another Flame Swordsman out.
Flame Swordsman, yes. Flaming gay, yes.
The Flaming Swordsman. So, but he also has Zoa and Metal Zoa via the anime. So yeah, he's running scared now because he doesn't have anything good on the board that can take on Labyrinth Tank. The battle animation for when you're in Labyrinth Terrain is really unique too. It's kind of trippy. Legendary Sword, which, keep in mind, cannot be equipped to Flame Swordsman. It can only be equipped to Earth and Warrior and Earth and Light type attribute Warrior type monsters. Alright, Labyrinth Tank has already been moved. So, Zoa obviously has a high attack strength, as we demonstrated in various other duels, but he also has Metal Morph, so in addition to all Metal Morph does in this game, all it does... Oh no, that's not good. Okay, destroy one of his own cards, but that is very not good. Yeah, there's Barrel Dragon, right on cue. That's gonna be difficult. Yeah, I have another Labyrinth Tank, thankfully, but I was whenever Barrel Dragon gets close enough, he'll hit one of these traps, so it's really okay. Now let's go ahead and establish our board. The thing about he's very unlikely that he'll get out Metal Zoa, but he'll have 3,500 if he does. So that's pretty dangerous. Hoping he'll play something else. He's down to 2,000, which is good. I don't know. I can't remember what I hit that did so much damage. Oh, he attacked into Labyrinth Tank, I think.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was hoping to actually deal some damage to that, but Emperor's Judge, we can do that. Shadow Spell is going to be very good. I think Shadow Spell also spellbinds the monster for 3 turns instead of 1, which is pretty handy. He's put Barrel Dragon in defense mode. Why? If you want, bro, I mean...
I guess it can attack me.
Whatever boats your float. It's really... I mean, we're having pretty good luck with Command Knight. It's really funny that we only run one because our rate of drawing it is been pretty solid so far. Then again, we don't have to worry about those types of variables because we can just kind of bait out the game until we win. Ooh, Lord. Okay. I thought that it doesn't double. Okay, we're still more powerful. Oh, man. So limiter removal, I think, increases the attack of all machines in the field by 600. Let me double check here, but in the actual game but in the actual game it doubles their attack, so it's been nerfed a little bit in this game, which is a blessing because that would have been really bad. But the counter to that in the actual... Okay, 3,700. I'm going to definitely need that. I'm going to need to get Shadow Spell up there to deal with that. As for spells and traps, he doesn't really have a whole lot. He's pretty generic. He just has some powerful machine-type monsters, and we do not have a good terrain advantage at all against this guy. I almost don't even want to... There's nothing... I need a better balance of stuff. Like, I'm not getting any... I should probably just ditch out some stuff in my hand to increase the likelihood of drawing Sojin. So, we don't want that. We don't want that. Make judgment. Nope. Let me make judgment. We put the wrong card down. Oh well, it's fine.
Yeah. That's that. Hopefully he'll send Barrel Dragon over there.
Nope, he ran over Barrel Dragon.
That's
amazing.
Fine too.
We might actually be able to win Barrel Dragon in the graveyard slots, I think. Barrel Dragon is a password card as well, so we're banning him for now until we get to the end of the game, and then we'll play around with him a little bit. Sword of Dark Destruction, that can be used on the Flame Swordsman. If I can get it to him. Let's do that. Alright, now he's rocking 31, so even Barrel Dragon can't kill him now. But Milzoa still can, but like I said, the likelihood of him getting that out is slim to none. And we'll just keep Shadow Spell back there behind Empress Judge, and we'll just continue to move forward. It looks like we're playing the same tactics we did against Rex, which is just follow him down one of these corridors of Labyrinth and just keep chasing him until he's backed into a corner, and then he inevitably dies. We can cut him off from the other side, though, if we can get something powerful enough on the board. I can probably make either Empress Judge or Judgment with those two, and then power up. Either one will do fine. Oh, that's not good. Shite. I can't run over... Yeah, let's do that. Don't need you in my life. That'll do. It's a thing. Cyber Commander, which is not a real card to my knowledge, but it's like supposedly Tristan's favorite card, which goes to show you how incompetent Tristan is. Spiral Launcher. It's a Launcher Spider, which again is one of Bandit Keith's signature cards, which has really high defense, but we managed to run it over nonetheless. So, bad RNG with Barrel Dragon there and losing out Labyrinth Tank, but we're about to win, though, because he's back into a corner. He doesn't have anything else he can play, really. And now I draw all my traps. Not that I hadn't used a significant amount of them already. We can actually end turn here, and he will lose purely because he can't draw or can't play any cards down, I think. Unless he still has to have cards on the field for that to work. Yep, we won. Okay, so that's like a checkmate win condition where if the deck leader cannot move or play any cards down, you automatically win. It is a checkmate, but it's basically similar to how if your opponent cannot draw or play anything, they basically automatically lose, because the only thing they can do is pass turn, and you would just keep hitting them directly until they die. I was hoping to actually get limit removal and robotic knight there, but I didn't. But that was